I'm Katie Wicks and I'm an actor and writer, and I've written a memoir which is out this week called Delicacy. So I've decided to sit down with some interesting and talented people to explore some of the themes that I write about in the book, such as creativity, loss, body image. So today I'm discussing spirituality and writing about one's life with Sutara Gayle, aka Lorna G. Sutara is an award-winning actor, musician, writer. She began her career as a reggae musician, Lorna G, before graduating from drama school as an actor and appearing in things like The Dark Knight, Tina the Musical, Ghosts, and many other things. And she's currently turning her life story into a one-woman show called The Legends of Them. Hello.
Hello.
I remember a while back you started telling me about this one-woman show that you were working on, and that you were playing different characters in it and different people from your family, different women from your family. And it sounded really fascinating, but also I remember really specifically when we chatted really briefly about it before, we were both saying that we felt like we didn't quite know what we were doing with writing, having come from acting, and I think you were having help with it, and I was saying, oh yes, someone kind of helps me with some of the technical stuff. And I feel like maybe when you're an actor writer, like dialogue you know how to do, you know how to tell a story, and you know how to access the emotions, but some of the more technical aspects of writing I've had to really kind of sit down and learn about that. Has that been your sort of experience of writing?
It's been through so many changes and such a journey, this piece, because I first initially went to a writer and was telling her my story, but
hoping they'd write it for you.
Yes,
right.
that they'd write
and
it.
why was that? Because you felt like you wouldn't be able to?
Yes, absolutely. But I just felt that wasn't my territory.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. But when I got the first kind of a draft, it didn't feel like my voice.
Yeah.
And it's really funny that around that time, I saw on Facebook, somebody had shared a post that said, there's a workshop and it's called How to Write Your Own One-Person Show.
Wow.
I was like...
So it was a sign.
And one of the first things that the tutor said was, forget about anything that you've written before. Don't feel any pressure to pick up where you've left off. Start afresh. No matter what the story is, just start afresh. And that really gave me a nice freeness about it. So I started to write the story from a completely different angle.
So new material came out completely out.
New material, and now I realise how important it is to write your own story.
Yeah.
Because when you give someone else the pen, they write their story.
Can you say a little bit about what the show is about and who are you playing it?
The show is really about one woman's journey, you know what I mean, and how I see it. There's three women who are the blueprint of my life, which is my mother, my sister Cherry Gross, and Nanny of the Maroons, who's a historical figure from Jamaica, originally from Ghana, that was brought over to Jamaica as a slave and formed a big army and overthrew the British soldiers, you know what I mean, from the hills of the mountains of Jamaica. We're direct descendants of Nanny. And I learnt that through my sister Cherry, not through my mum.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mum wouldn't talk about Nanny, really, but it was my sister Cherry that informed me, and I wanted to find out more. Yeah. And I've seen how her story is run parallel with our story. And my story kind of intertwines in their story, in my mum's story, and Cherry's story. And
did you discover that, in the process, that suddenly you'd go, oh, hang on, this is sort of similar to...
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew that the story was going to involve my mum, and it was going to involve Cherry. You know what I mean? Cherry was a very, very powerful presence in my life all the way. She was like my second mother, really. She had that history happened to her, getting shot by the police, and living as a paraplegic, and then when she died, and it was just so profound. It was just all so profound.
It's shaped your life.
It has, because people hear of this woman that was shot. Cherry Gross, the woman that was shot that sparked the Brixton riots. You always hear that connected to, but this just Cherry Gross, my sister, my big sister. You know what I mean? And our family, we every single one was affected by it in their own way. So yeah, this is just we're not, you know, it's something that happened, and you know, I talk about it from my point of view. And there was a lot of other things that were happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Was it difficult to write about? Did it sort of open up old wounds? And
when I'm writing a story, I'm now seeing it as Sutara being the witness, and Lorna, because Lorna's story is in there, the story of, you know, when I was growing up and witnessing domestic violence and running all the time and just really in turmoil before the age of 7. So seeing all of that and my anger, you know, being expressed in so many different ways, going through school and getting kicked out of school and going to 3 different secondary schools and then ending up in boarding school and then going into care, and like, I mean, the whole flipping, you know, madness was going on there. And that's what started me writing the story.
We should say that Lorna was you've changed your name, haven't you?
Yeah.
In 2011.
Yeah.
Lorna is your old name.
Yeah.
Satara's.
Satara. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about
it. Someone thinks that's someone, that's a different person. And can you remind me what Sutara means?
Sutara means divine star. You know, it took me a long time to actually have the confidence to really embrace that name. Because I didn't think I was worthy, actually. It's like, you know, oh my God, what, I'm going to call myself a spiritual name, and, you know, everybody knows me as Lorna, and, you know, just not, you know, no, but, you know, this whole process has been very, very great.
Do you think your brother will read it or see it? Have you talked to him about it? Muji?
Definitely.
We should say, I mean, Muji's, I don't know how would you describe him, as a spiritual teacher, leader? Yeah. But he's got so many, there's people that adore him and follow him all over the world, aren't there? But it's, again, there's sort of, and he's just your brother. I guess he's similar to what you were just saying about Cherry, that to you it's you know, your family.
I actually see him as more than that now.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this play is about too. I realised, because he saved me many times. He saved me when I was growing up. He saved me from getting beaten from my mum. My mum's got the strap. She said, "Mummy, don't beat her." You know, he saved me, like, when I'm getting in trouble, if I got in trouble, you know, at school, whatever, he would rub my shoulder and just say, "Don't worry, everything's going to be all right." Oh. This is the kind of brother he was. He never, ever judged me. And then when I started going on that path that he's on, I mean, I didn't understand it at first, and none of us did. He just disappeared and started going to India and just kind of fell into this whole other movement, and we was like, what's going on? But once I started to understand, and I kind of really started to understand what this true path means. Yeah. And once it dropped in my heart, there was just no turning back. And then I realised, then I started to understand what he's doing and why these people looked at him like that. He's showing you your God self. It's just showing, it's always just pointing you into the true being. And that's why it's so, when you're ready for that, it's just so, it's just like so delicious. I want more, give me more. And that's why, as now I understand why people are, oh my God, Muji, it's not that they're worshipping him, it's that they're seeing the gods in themselves.
They want access to that feeling.
Exactly, and knowing that there's more than just this. There's something more. He
sort of represents a feeling for you as well.
Yes,
of like,
yes, a feeling of calm.
Being okay.
Yeah, a feeling of calm, and it being, and not, whenever he was around, everything was going to be okay. He just knew everything was going to be okay.
Is your sort of spirituality and creativity interlinked? Because sometimes I think like the world of like TV and filming and acting, it can be quite an unspiritual place sometimes. So how do you marry those two those two worlds, which is quite like ego over here and like the opposite over here.
I've had so many conversations with him about it. Can I read something to you?
Yeah, of course.
Right. This is from my play, right? And this will answer that question.
Okay, great.
Because
that's what I wanted, an answer in the form of a play.
Where it all started for me, actually. I'm not going to read all of this.
Okay, great.
The first part of it is about me climbing up this mountain in LA, and then getting up to the top of the mountain, and when we've come to this village, which was just the most amazing village, and had these massive big glass houses, and then I see a black man and a black woman coming out of these houses, and the guy's spraying his car, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this could be my life, wow, you know. And it's like, yeah, well, this is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna go back to LA. I'm selling everything. This is gonna be my life from now on. So I've gone to Muji's house to get his blessing. Okay. Yeah. Time to get paid. My dream is no more delayed. God spoke. I'm listening. I'm selling everything, including my kitchen, bed, sofa, fridge, freezer, money to go towards my visa. Brother Moo. Got to share this with Brother Moo. But every time I go to his house, I'm confronted with shoes. Whole heap of different types of shoes outside. These fairy people pack up in his house. They all say namaste. I want my brother alone, please. Who are these people? I've got something to tell my brother. I keep going until one day there's no shoes outside. It means Tony's inside. You're home, bro. Yeah, come in. Look, I've just come to get your blessing. I'm going back to LA to live. Oh my God, you'll never believe all the things I saw when I was there. Stop. You need to just stop. Because since you've come in here, G, all you've been talking about is LA and houses and all this. That's all a dream. It's not real. What are you talking about? It's a dream. It's not real. Bruv, you know I studied 5 years. Do you understand? To be doing what I'm doing. I went to college for 2 years. Done my BTEC. And then I went to drama school for 3 years. 5 years of my life. And you're telling me that it's just a dream. Bruv, I'm not really feeling that. You understand what I'm saying? You're an actress, right? That's what you said. You just said you went to college. You studied to be an actor. Yeah? And you've been working, you've been doing some things as an actor. Yeah? So you're an actor. Yeah? So just leave it alone. Trust me. There's nothing that you need to do to become an actor, and nothing that you need to do to prove to yourself. That's just another form of expression. That's just another form of consciousness that's coming through you. That's happening. It's nothing really to do with you. How dare you say that about my craft? Belittling my craft. What are you saying to me? This is something that I do, that I'm passionate about. That's who I am. No. When you know who you are, there will be no question. I know who I am. No, you don't. Boom, 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 boom. It started to unravel and unravel and unravel. And he talked to me that night. It was the most profound conversation I've ever had. It forced me to find something that doesn't do anything, that doesn't do. I am not the doer. And when I left Muji's house, LA, it wasn't even on my mind.
Amazing. So
that's like...
Thank you so much.
That's like...
I loved it.
And that's kind of where it all started for me.
It's brilliant. It's so well written.
Thank you. My career started as a DJ on a sound system, rapping on the mics. That's how my career started, and a lot of that is in here too. A lot of the songs that I've now rewritten, it's got that kind of, you know what I mean, social, clear meter, post office, change it to money. You know, that's how this whole thing started for me. I think the good thing about this for me, right, and I don't know if it's different when you're doing a play from when you're doing a book, but because I've got such an extraordinary team, so I've got the director and I've got producers, and they're good at what they do. Yeah. So I'm not thinking about how this is going to be staged or how this or any structural. I just started to write, and this is the permission that I got was just write.
It is about permission, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once you have that sort of green light in your head and something opens, you can go for it. But because it's finding that permission.
Well, by doing that, that's going to inform what the story's going to be. Not you. You might start off saying, well, this is going to be about blah, 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 blah. And it probably is about, you know, grief, or it is about, but you didn't necessarily know what way you was going to tell that. Yeah. You just come and be honest.
Do you feel the presence of all these women when you're writing it?
Yes.
Is it sort of like another type of access?
I think it's all a part of me, and this is what I've gone to realise.
Yeah.
It's all a part of me. My sister, she's still here.
Yeah.
My mum, she's still here. Nanny, who I've never met, she's still here. We are the lineage, and it just goes on and it carries on, and they are a part of us. They don't go, because look, we're keeping their memories alive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they have informed how we are living, how we are structured, how we are made, actually.
I wondered if it's been healing at all to write this show.
Absolutely.
And maybe there's some things you can't ever fully heal from, but has it been?
It's been absolutely healing.
Yeah.
It's been right on time. It's just merged in with the journey. I don't even feel like it's me writing. It's something's coming out of me. Yeah. Coming out of this body, or this soul, whatever. It's coming out, and it's making it out there. It's absolutely healing. I believe, I've always believed this anyway, that to express yourself, I'm just a strong believer of that. When you express yourself, when you're not holding things, because this is what it does. It's unraveling. It's shedding. And if I was to write a book, it would probably be called Shedding the Shit. Do you know what I mean? Because that, for me, sums up my life. Yeah. During the last 11 years of my life, it's been up shedding shit. I've been carrying a lot of stuff with me, girl. And I didn't realise until I started to shed it. I was like, wow. And then when you think you're there, it's like, oh yeah, I'm so light now. Boom! Something there to just say, yeah, go nowhere. It's like, wow, you know, so, and it's a constant. And through this play, it's helped me to get in touch with the younger me, the younger Lorna, to say it's okay. Nobody's gonna hurt you. You're safe, man. I look after you. That's what this play, more than anything, has helped me to do.
Like you're writing to her almost.
Yes.
I sometimes think that I write what I think the younger me would have needed to have heard at that age. Some sort of message of hope, or you know.
Well, yes, and what I've done, I think, is accepted that the younger, what she went through, and how she interpreted things, and how she expressed her ways. I accept that. I accept the life that she chose. You understand? I understand it, and I accept it, and now I've learned to embrace it. Embrace all the times you got into trouble with the police, and all the times you were in care, and all the times you were, you know what I mean? You know what? I embraced it all. And if somebody can get an inspiration from it, then yes, then it's great. It can show you that actually you can go from there, and it's choice.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Katie. And we've done some good works together.
Yeah, we've acted together.
We've acted together over the years, haven't we? And it's been wonderful.
And we will again.
And absolutely.